You recently played against Asia Wilson. What advice has she given you?
Yeah, I love Asia. I've been inspired by her since I was literally young. I've had conversations with her when I was at Maryland, when I was a freshman, and she was already in the league. I just love being able to see a woman in sports that thrives through everything, and just knowing that like it wasn't an easy journey for her. It has never been an easy journey for me. So just being able to look after her and look at her and see like that's where I want to be one day and just thrive and walk in her footsteps, because she's laid the ground for me to be able to do that. And she's been nothing but an inspiration to me. She's been joyful to me. She's always been like somebody
to be fixed, and I don't give a damn if I get fired because that's cheap. And I am tired of this because I've been nice and I've been humble with it. But I am tired of this. Everybody is ablaze right now. Everybody's wondering what is really going on with Angel Reese. Has she just flat out quit again? Has she quit on the Chicago Sky? After Reebok severed her relationship with her for leaving the Chicago Sky in the middle of the season, Angel Ray is losing it. That was a show. She put on a flat-out show versus Angel Reese in the Chicago. When things became heated, she betrayed her teammates, demonstrating her unreliability. Reebok isn't foolish enough to risk its brand on a quitter, while Chicago is collapsing, obviously showing a complete lack of leadership. Complete lack of leadership, man. Caitlin Clark's been hurt. She's traveling with the team, supporting more quickly than anyone could have predicted. Angel Reese's career has gone from hype to shame. Not to mention, Reebok previously believed that this girl would be their key to getting back into the basketball game. The brand's face, Shaquille O'Neal, chose Angel Reese as his first major acquisition. She was genuinely likened to Allen Iverson. The Washington Mystics just put belt to ass on Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky. Sonia Citron was out there cooking with hot grease. Stir the pot, keep cooking. So indeed, Allen Iverson, the man who genuinely transformed basketball culture, led a mediocre Sixers team to the championship game and was inducted into the Hall of Fame. Reebok also believed that Angel Reese was involved in that discussion. In 2026, they even planned a trademark shoe for her that was meant to be the new age, the big launch, the big resurrection. However, NBA's blooper queen instead of Iverson-level dominance. Angel, you got to be hold on. You have to have some level of self-aware. The face of basketball is not Angel Reese. She represents clown edits. It's more about how quickly the video will appear on TikTok with circus music playing in the background than it is about points each time she touches the ball. Even Chicago Sky supporters who were meant to love her began to wonder if she still cared about the sport because of how embarrassing the issue had become. Can you really blame them? She left her club in the middle of the season and they are currently at 8-24. Just a ship that has been abandoned a little bit. You can't want to be the villain. You can't pride yourself in being a villain, and then you lose and all of a sudden how come you, the purported franchise face, disappear in the midst of the year like a magician. When Reebok realized that they decided not to continue spending millions of dollars on someone who obviously has the mindset necessary to complete a season, no company would be foolish enough to associate its name with someone who simply leaves when things become tough. Reebok ended it because of this. It's that easy. Let's discuss this Chicago Sky catastrophe. According to reports, the squad even filed a lawsuit against Angel Reese when she declined to accompany them to important games. Furthermore, we're not discussing sporadic matches against obscure teams. The squad with Caitlin Clark, the Indiana Fever, are the most popular team in the league. Reese has thrown in the towel. She refuses to travel with the team. Once again, the team has a road game. We already saw she refused to travel with the team too. Indiana versus the Fever. Fans were paying top dollar to watch the clash that the WNBA was promoting. Reese claimed to have a back problem, but where was she at home? Yes, of course, back ailment. However, there were no timmets, rehab notes, medical updates, or anything else. The instant the defeats began to mount, she pulled out an enigmatic injury card. Fans are not foolish. They gave it the exact name it appeared to have an excuse to escape the humiliation of having the fever and being cooked by Clark. People love Caitlin Clark besides her skills. She can shoot threes from logo. We never seen that before. The unfortunate thing is that she has experienced this before. This pattern is fully developed. Mid-year quitting for 3 consecutive seasons. She mysteriously suffered a wrist injury in 2023 shortly after Caitlin Clark began winning Rookie of the Year. Suddenly, the back hurts in 2024. She also completely abandoned her squad prior to the final game in the National League. Didn't even bother to encourage them by dressing like a street person. When you can't even watch the season's biggest game from the sidelines, how can you claim to be a competitor? It's pitiful. Once she was eliminated from the Rookie of the Year, she said her wrist was hurt. Unrivaled. She did not finish. She didn't even show up to the championship. The figures don't even support her. This season, Chicago is 5 without her. Here's the worst part, though. Without her on the floor, the squad actually appeared more cohesive. The offense showed improved ball movement, energy, and spacing. Even in defeats, the Sky offense did breathe a little better without re-clogging the paint demanding touches. The ball swung cleaner, teammates cut more forcefully, and players off the bench appeared more engaged. Consider that the team's offense appears better when your purported franchise star sits out. Leadership is not like that. It is a liability. Fans also witnessed it. They are aware that she left them as soon as things became difficult, and the phony leader persona she was attempting to project has now entirely vanished. The Sky over Chicago. Chicago Sky. You guys are the gum on the bottom of the shoe of the league. They need Angel Reese to play in games. Angel, where you at? Where you at, Angel? This is the Encore Clown performance versus the Washington Mystics comes next. The execution took place in public on national television. The Sky lost 10,386. Indeed, based just on the box score, you might conclude that Ree had a respectable performance, 13 rebounds and 22 points, but take a closer look. She made 6 out of 16 field goals. For someone who photographs nearly all of her photos inside the paint, that is garbage efficiency. She hacked at everyone like she was trying out for a WWE audition, earning 5 fouls. She made 10 of 11 free throws, which added to her total. Angel, congratulations. The charity stripe is where you can stand since it's the only way she constantly scores. Perhaps Reebok could nickname her sneaker the free throw one. I in no way, shape, or form am. What player are you taking Angel Reese over those that I just listed? Damn. She tried to set a, then came the season's biggest viral blunder, a layup with plenty of room. There is no one in the world who is constantly close to her. As if attempting to submit an insurance claim, she knocked it off the backboard's underside. In real time, the commentators chuckled. Even professionally trained broadcasters were unable to maintain their poise. When they realized they were on TV, they started to fear after laughing. It has gotten so awful. We have Angel Reese's signature move is what they're calling it. The Angel Reese spin cycle. The Angel Ree face up. Oh, here we go. Oh, snap, cook up. Crossover, oh, crossover right to the rack. Sonia Citron and Kiki, 2 rookies, completely embarrassed her defense in the meanwhile. Catron lost 28 points. Scored 22 points and pulled down 10 rebounds. As the first rookie pair to score 20 points or more in the same game, they created history for Mystic. Ree was being cooked like a barbecue in the backyard. This wasn't a chance encounter. The pain was supposed to symbolize Reese's territory. Additionally, 2 rookies tormented her, giving the impression that she was still a junior varsity player. Was an epic embarrassment. Bro, remember the New York Liberty game as well. Her reputation as a walking blooper reel was cemented with this one. In 12 seconds, 4 putbacks were missed in a row. Indeed, 4. Like she was practicing for a blooper montage, she grabbed her own rebound and repeatedly bricked it. The video immediately went viral. She is no longer even in need of editing. She is the only one who contributes the humor. People are constantly making fun of her because of this. She doesn't produce victories. She is a blooper. In the midst of all this mayhem, she quit on the Sky, which is the worst part. Left when things were bad, demonstrating to everyone that she is not only ineffective but also untrustworthy. Reebok also noticed it. They witnessed the transformation of their $1 million investment into a meme machine. Then, like a bad Tinder date, they watched her walk away from the Sky. At that point, they realized they could no longer trust her with their brand. She was at the practice, but you did not travel with the team to the game. I think that's kind of whack. I'm not going to lie. the leader of the teams. Supposed to be there. As a Sky supporter, you're undoubtedly relieved that you lost by less than 20 points today, and it's embarrassing. When you place her next to Caitlin Clark, the difference is even more evident. Clark continues to lead her squad, sell out arenas, and smash records. She's providing rather than only performing. Clark continued to travel with the squad despite her injury, sitting on the bench, deconstructing plays, and encouraging her teammates. Leadership is that people are looking for a franchise athlete that possesses that quality. Now, contrast that with Ray, who withdraws due to an unexplained back injury and vanishes as if under witness protection. Elevating the game is one. It's being dragged into meme territory by the other. Got to light this up. And let me just be clear, Candace Barker continuously bringing this up. This is I don't want to say petty behavior, but it's kind of petty behavior when you keep rehashing the same thing over and over. The entire narrative was revealed by the ticket sales. Tickets for Sky vs. FIBA reached $100 when supporters believed they were seeing Clark vs. Ray. The second piece of information revealed that Clark was not participating. The price of such tickets reduced to $5. $5. With that, you couldn't even pay for parking. That's a clear statement from the market. The attraction is Clark. Reese doesn't matter. No one is paying to watch live bloopers on TikTok. They can have that for free. Hey, look, bro, you got to remember she quit in UNR. She just stopped playing in Unrivaled, says she was hurt, didn't show up for the championship game, didn't even show up and watch last season. She claimed her wrist was messed up. Didn't finish playing in none of the It's not just fans who are observing. The game's legends are also observing. It was not necessary for Candace Parker to compose an essay or launch into a tirade. After one of Reese's mishaps, she simply shared the eyes emoji, which expressed more than 1,000 words because it captured exactly how soldiers saw this circumstance. That simple emoji had a greater impact than any headline. They don't find it impressive. They don't believe the hoopla as Reese stumbles over her own profession. They simply watch in shock. Consider how far she has fallen. In less than 2 seasons, Angel Reed went from being Shaq's preferred star to the biggest meme in the WNBA. That is a collapse, not merely a downer. Furthermore, it goes beyond the missed shots. It has to do with the recurring pattern of leaving teams, making up explanations about injuries and disappearing when it counts most. Despite having a wrist problem, she did it in 2023. Using the back reason, she did it in 2024. She even skipped the championship game in the unparalleled league. This is not unlucky. She is this person and it destroyed any